Welcome to the channel. It is your host, Dialogue, in the building with you guys today. Yeah, that was a little bit of a treat, I gave you guys. Just a little fun we're having. Welcome back to the channel. It is D in the building.
It's your man, EddyEd, the Duke.
The Duke and D here with some interesting topics for you guys today, you know what I mean? It's gonna hit a little bit. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. So let's just jump into it, man. How was your week? How's your week?
Man, the week has been the week has been pretty cool. I think that it's actually been an annoying week because it's a lot of fake things going on online, aka jobs and so on and so forth. So in that category of things, it's been a little annoying because I'm trying to pick up another, I'm trying to pick up a part-time, in addition to what I'm already doing. So in that regard, things have been a little bit annoying, but demonic moment, man. So I'm driving from training on Thursday, right? Driving from training, going home, and I witnessed what could have been a bad accident right in front of me. Like I could have been involved in it as well. So the truck, it was raining, by the way. It was raining. It just started raining, and the truck flies, right? And I see the truck fly by me, and I'm like, whoa. He kind of swerved a little bit as he gets in front of me. He's on my right hand side, in the middle lane, and I have a black car in front of me, and the truck, which is the one that's swerving, comes alongside the black car, and he swerves into his lane, but the black truck had a good response time and avoided that, like had to skirt as well. So I'm coming. Crazy. The truck lost control and was zigzagging like a zebra was zigzagging, right? And ended up like turning the whole truck the opposite way, the opposite direction. So it could have been. Were you there
when this happened?
I was driving. Everybody, it was me, black car, and the truck, like in this scene. Cars on the far right of the truck weren't even close as we were. So that happened. The truck swerved and thing. Luckily, I was slowing down because we were all trying to slow down because it was raining. So that happened. It could have been a bad accident, but thank God that we weren't going so fast. That's why I say, like, don't be trying to be Need for Speed in conditions like rain. Like, why you want to drive so crazy when it's raining like that? Yeah. But anyway, that's a demonic moment. A holy moment. Hey, man, it's a lot of holy moments to announce, but I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say, the Lord is good.
All right, let's move forward because we know what's going to come next if we ask any more questions, man. Oh no. Let me start before you about to say something. So my week. I'm going to go with the demonic moment, and I'm going to stick with the demonic moment. My holy moment is my week was great. We thank God for that. Demonic moment, I have a story. So I ordered some food this week, and I go to pick it up. You already know what it is. Burger times 2, you know what I mean? Sweet potatoes out the wazoo. You know what I mean? We eat them calories. That's exactly what we do.
The right way.
Just get gains in the gym all day, my dukes. Went to pick up this food and walked in there. You know what I mean? So when you order food online, right, they tend to make it and set it aside. When you come, a lot of restaurants are doing this now. When you come in, you just look at the name. Is your name on one of the bags? You pick up the bags and you go. So I get there and there's this man, right? He's looking at the bags. He's checking the names. Go ahead. What do you have to say?
Now you just reminded me about something, but go ahead and finish your story though, because something happened to me like at a recent food picking.
Okay, he's looking at the bags, and I'm kind of waiting for him to look at his bag. So I look real quick and then I see my name. I pick my bag out from in between because there's two bags. So I pick up my bag. He kind of moves a little bit. As I'm walking out, he also grabs his bags. He's like, beautiful night, huh? I'm like, yeah, it's a beautiful night, man. You know, great weather, beautiful time for a fire pit. You know what I mean? Just grab a cold beer, sit by a fire pit, enjoy the night. We walk to our car. Guy has a nice car, Audi. You know what I mean? One of those smaller Audis, the one-door Audis. Nice Audi. We both drive off. We're going, and somehow I end up behind him. I thought he went way ahead of me, but I caught up. We're driving, and then we hit this turn, and then this car pulls out in front of the junction. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's a pretty close junction. Like, that's kind of scary. I'm driving. He's ahead of me. And then this car, like, speeds up behind me, and like, he's really close up, like, really, really close up. So he's like that for a while, and I'm like, yo, I don't mess around with the speed limit. I go up to 9 over the speed limit, but I wasn't even going that fast. The speed limit was 25. Yeah. I was probably going 32. I'm good. Ain't no cop gonna arrest me for going 7 over. You got better things to do.
Exactly.
I see the lights go off.
Maybe not.
Oh, behind me. I didn't even know it was a cop, bro. My heart dang near jumped out my body, bro.
Oh shoot!
And I pulled over to the side.
Dang.
And you just hear, and he speeds ahead of me and pulls over the guy in front of me. The guy I was just talking to in the restaurant, the nice man. We're both and I'm like, yo.
So he probably thought you got for a second, and
it was him. Oh my gosh, bro. It didn't make me feel any better that he got pulled over. But there's this thing about when someone gets in trouble and it's not you. I know, that's what I'm saying. There's this thing about when someone gets in trouble and it's not you, but you thought it was you. Like, there's just a relief about it. Sorry, man. It sucks that you got pulled over.
For sure. It sucks.
But
it really does. I wish it didn't happen, but, you know, at least it didn't happen to me.
Just being honest. May the Lord help you. So that was my week, man. It was a great week. You got something to say?
Yeah, real quick. I went to Miyapa, right? And I got arroz con pollo, plantains, and then an extra rice or an extra side of rice, yellow rice. Bro, tell me why I get my food, right? And they lock it up in a bag. So I didn't feel like unraveling it and looking in the bag. And I trust them, right? So I'm like, okay, they haven't messed up before, so boom. I'm putting my food on the side, buckling it up, putting in the seatbelt. I smell it. It smelled a little different. It smelled good. Like, I'm like, ooh, it smelled great. It smelled like a little something different. But I was like, it just probably smelled a little different. Get to the crib. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to smash this arroz con pollo, yellow rice, and plantains, right?
Why you gotta say it? Why do you gotta say it and make it sound so good? This is just rice. Why do you gotta say it and try to make it
arroz con pollo? This is good. You know what I'm saying?
This is rice.
Something in there.
This is jasmine rice.
It's the seasonings and stuff inside there, man.
Oh, adobo. Adobo. Okay, go ahead. I'm just messing with you, man.
Hey, all my Spanish folk, bro, we have to get him for that because he know you can't do that because it's no puedo.
My friend?
No.
I will finish you.
You can't do that. But listen here, because so I get to the crib. I'm like, yes, I'm about to smash this up. Open the box. It was rice and fried chicken.
Oh. Well.
And black beans.
Did you order the ethnically inclined food where they make food according to whether you're black, Hispanic?
Bro.
So if I were to order, right? If I were to order, it would be mashed potatoes and corn, according to you, right? Because I'm white.
More like mashed potatoes and gravy, and the corn will be what do you call it? Cream corn. You know what I mean? You have cream corn instead of the regular corn, of course. But
I'm getting a call, but you could keep talking, man. Crazy. Go ahead.
So yeah, I get to that. I'm like, what? this is crazy, right? This is
Yeah.
unbelievable. But I said, hey, you know what? Maybe this is probably a better meal for me at the moment because it has more protein than arroz con pollo. You know, the beans and the chicken, right? So I'm saying, hey, let me smash this out. And I smashed it out. It was nice. But the after effects were terrible because the black beans made me fart all night long.
Oh,
It was
there's the
terrible because
catch.
of that. Yeah, it was a big catch to it. I'm never ordering that again. At least with the black. Nah, I'm never ordering that because the white rice you gotta have some kind of like. Yeah, I'm not ordering that ever again. I never even ordered it. That wasn't my
Yeah.
order. They gave me somebody else. I believe that was the girl's order in front of me. Anyway, that was
That
another demonic
sucks.
moment that I forgot to mention.
Did you call them and make a complaint?
It was late at night, so I didn't have time for that, man.
You
Honestly,
didn't
I would have
see.
if I had time, but I didn't have time for it, man.
See, Dukes, we generally don't give a crap, but like I know some women would have waited till the next day,
Nah,
call them
I
right
know
when
some
they
women
opened
for
up,
sure.
got
You
in
know
their
somebody in
complaint.
particular.
Oh, my lady would have definitely called in to
See?
to let them know that they did. And I think that's a good thing. We just don't care. That's the thing. It's hey man, they said they would make you this food. They didn't make the food. Can you make me my food, please? Because I paid for it. I think that's fair, but we just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care. We just don't care,
I
man.
mean,
We gon'
I mean,
we
I
gonna
care,
eat it.
but
Uh huh.
yeah, but just in certain situations, I'm not gonna, like at nighttime, it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
going
yeah.
back over there.
Yeah,
So
they've won. They've won. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
man. Let's jump into
Anyway,
the topic, man. Let's jump into the topic. So I've been hearing this thing go around a lot, and I wanna make things clear. I want to make things clear, and I want to see if you agree with this first, because this topic has two parts to it. The first part, right, it kind of plays into the second part, but I have to understand where you come from. The first part is a lot recently. I've been thinking. It's good to think. It's good to think. And I've been thinking, we've been hearing a lot that 80% of divorces are initiated by women, meaning a lot of women give up on their marriages. But I'm like, there's also a phenomenon right now of men needing to improve themselves, men needing to level up. That's going on right now. That wouldn't be going on if men were good the generation before us. If all men the generation before us were masculine, strong, and left us with things to move forward in life with, our generation wouldn't be needing to level up. That has never been a thing. So we have women initiating divorces and men needing to level up. Do you think that the divorces were initiated because the men were not, quote unquote, leveled up? Like, do you think we can blame the women, or should we really be looking at the men? And I want to hear what you think, because I don't know. I just want to see what you think about it.
and
Should we
and
be
so we were
blaming the women?
for the divorce rates.
Yeah, even though they initiated it, should we really be saying that it's their fault?
And for this particular generation.
Yeah, because this is when we're seeing women initiate divorces. Really?
Yeah, and even some women initiating proposals. Isn't that
Oh
crazy?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Don't forget we got
Facts,
that side of it too. Yeah. Um,
facts.
is it the woman's fault? I wouldn't say totally. I think in some
Okay.
cases it may be, a little bit of their fault. And what cases could those be? I think those cases could be expectations, unrealistic expectations going into marriage, and them not seeing that fulfilled. That of course will make somebody want to get a divorce if you're expecting
Right.
something unrealistic, and you have like a fantasy about any one thing. It's gonna be like, yeah, this is not what I thought it was, and you're gonna
Because
feel like it's a
because we
waste.
do hear a lot of women say, "Oh, I settled. Oh, I had to settle in this and that." So you're right. We do hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so in that case, I think a lot of those cases it is the woman's fault because she just had a bad view going in, and so she just expected certain things. But on the majority hand, I think is it could be the guy's fault because in this day and age, a lot of guys are not doing what they're supposed to do, are not, and there's many parts to the possibilities, right? We have taking care of the woman emotionally, right?
Okay.
Being there for her emotionally, physically, and also mentally
Emotionally,
as well.
mentally, physically. Yeah, that's a song.
Is that a song?
Yeah. Meet me in the club. Yeah. Who is that?
I don't
I
know.
put on. I put
For
on
my
for my
city.
city. Oh, yeah, he
Oh,
says
that's
that.
like,
Yeah.
oh snap! I don't remember who that is, but I know that song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on. Ice. No, it's not Ice Cube. The Game. No. Yeah. I
it
put
might be.
on. Yeah. Anyway, my bad. Keep
It
going,
might
man.
be.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
So a lot of guys today just think, oh, you gotta provide financially or be there for her financially, and the other areas aren't being filled up. You don't spend time with her. You don't spend that quality time. You don't
You're
talk
providing all the
about things.
time.
Yeah. You're just providing, and I mean, because at the same time, it's not our fault because that's what a lot of that's what a lot of societal standards, enforce most of the time. Oh, you have to
Yeah.
provide. You gotta be Bill Gates' son level at financial stability. So that pressure from society does bleed into the ideology and the mentality of what it means to be the man, right? You just think is this money status, but you got to be able to protect her. You got to be able to, pour into her, and be there for her, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And so when those areas are lackluster, they're gonna want to seek it from other areas. You see what I'm saying? And that's where you get the coworker friend that she has at work. That's a guy, or you know what I
Uh-oh.
mean. Yeah, you see, so we start seeing these areas of where it could bleed into and where other relationships develop. So yeah, I think majority it could be the guy's fault, in a lot of aspects. But at the same time, if she's not communicating, oh, you know what, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, then how's he gonna really know if he just think he's doing the right thing by just providing? You see what I'm saying? Like, what if he just
Yeah.
don't know? Like, he gotta continue to do certain things, and that's why the point is when you get married, you also gotta continue to date your wife. You never stop dating your wife because that's the ongoing, lifelong process. It's not just something you do before you get married, but it's something you continue when you're married. So that's another thing that people don't do. They think they get married and then, well, that's it. But
Yeah, they have to
anyway,
become a certain way.
yeah.
But
So so that's what I think.
a lot of people also get married after being physically intimate. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think those yeah, I don't know. I think those people get into habits before they get married, and those habits don't change because now the only thing that changed is a piece of paper. They're already living together. They're already, doing their thing. So, anyway, okay, so with my first point, that's what you want to say.
Yeah. That's what comes to mind. What are some things you thought about in this area?
Cool. So I like to go to the Bible for this kind of stuff. When Adam and Eve were
Oh,
in the garden, right? Adam was created first, had all responsibilities, had to have done it. He did all the responsibilities. He didn't need help. He did all the responsibilities. Women, he did all the responsibilities. He did not need help.
you trying to
Woman was
go somewhere
created.
with this?
Uh-huh. Woman was created according to the Bible. Now, this isn't, I'm not saying you have to believe this, but I'm telling you where the foundation of my belief comes from. He saw animals shacking up, doing their thing, and he said, I would love
Busy.
one of mine. And God said, you know what? That is a good thing. There's nothing bad about that. Boom, created a woman specifically and just for him. Now, he's already taking care of everything. So what is she there for? Okay. He's supposed to tell her.
Oh.
Hey, don't forget, man. You be doing that stuff.
You
You be
gotta be
playing
careful.
me, man. Do you have something to say?
I'm just saying. Ooh,
Oh,
it
okay.
sounded like you were going into just a dark tunnel.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But let's see how you finish this.
Oh, no, I mean, what she's bringing? I mean, she's bringing the
Yeah.
ability for him to practice love. That's a big
Okay.
responsibility. A whole nother human being. I mean, like, bro, that's a big responsibility. It comes with many things he has to do. And it comes with many things that she has to now do. How is she going to contribute to everything that he's already taken care of? She's going to help meet some of the things, and then he can take care of other things. So now she's taking care of some things. He's taking care of the other things. And then she just decides to go off on her own. And he's like, yeah, she's good. I can do my thing over here. I don't need to worry about her. Bro, that was your responsibility. She's off on her own, man. Gets taken advantage of. But when God comes, he looks at the man. What did you do, man? What's happening? And he's like, oh, it's the lady that you gave me. Oh, yeah? Oh, so it's my fault now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's my fault now. Smacked him out of the Garden of Eden. Yup. So, yeah, 80% of divorces are initiated by women. But what are we doing, guys? If we're supposed to be this strong sense of provider and this and this and this, and 80% of women are leaving marriages, maybe we're not that. Maybe we're not that, because these same people also advise men. So we're not that. So I think people are too focused on the women, because here's the catch, man. If a dude does what he needs to do, do what we need to do. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You're when dudes do what they need to do, they pick the right woman.
And that's not just pocation. You know what I mean?
No, it's yeah. See, that's another thing dudes got messed up here. They think pocation is good.
Somebody might have heard you say the women are just there for pocation, but we ain't talking about pocation.
Nah.
Only. You see what I'm saying? And that's not what they there for. Only. You see what I'm saying? Or what we're here for only. But we anti-pocation when it comes to premarital.
Look, let me say something, man.
Anti-pocation.
Let me say something, man. The dudes who practice pocation, that's weak, man. That's weak.
Preach.
Let me give you an imagery here. A lion.
Yes.
There's so many human beings on earth. Lions can get out there and have a free meal every night. A lion could just go in the village and tear it up, man. Grab somebody, run off with them every single night. They could do that. They have the power to do that. Just like dukes have the power to practice pocation, because apparently when we practice pocation, there are no feelings involved with it. We could just pocate here, she getting poked, everybody getting poked. And apparently we still have a good sense of what it means to be intimate and develop that. No, bro. No, we don't. Eve was made directly from Adam. She's not some alien with a different mindset. We have the same problems. We just go about it differently. Dukes want to have their cake and eat it too. And I'm saying that's a weak duke, because the lion practices self-restraint when it's hungry against human beings, because it knows that the moment it touches the human beings, it's going to die. But there's so many human beings. Lion, Mr. Lion, go eat. Go have your fill. But he knows the moment he eats a human being, they're going to hunt it down. So if I'm using that imagery, what does that say? It means dukes should not be out here practicing pocation. They should not be poking ladies. Practice anti-pocation.
Anti-pocation, man.
That's what it's about, because that way you can think, man. You can, because
Ay, 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 ay.
once the pocation happens, bro. They
Oh, you
say
locked in.
once a dude pokes, now he's able to see the woman. I think that's a weak way to go about it. Why do we got to
That's
have things
crazy.
so easy? Because we're dukes. We're supposed to have the harder task. So don't poke her and use logic and people around you to reason if this lady is a thing. That's not what they're teaching you guys out there. They're showing you all these ladies and like, oh, they all want a divorce. No, let's not talk about the ladies, because dukes, we obviously have an issue when 80% of our women, they're not initiating divorces. Let's not put it that way. They're leaving us. They're not initiating. Let's leave the initiate divorce, because then that puts blame on them. Let's take responsibility. Let's be accountable. They're
No,
leaving
but I mean,
us.
yeah. Wouldn't that? Go ahead.
Do you think you're
okay?
Wouldn't that be what? Go ahead. No. Say it. Say it. No.
What? But wouldn't that be divorce too, though, right?
That would be divorce. Right? Yeah. But
yeah.
But Eve also bit the apple. She's the one that bit the apple first. But who's supposed to take responsibility for her being there to bite the apple? Us, man. That's all I'm saying. It's us. So that's my first part of the topic. Second part is, I kind of mentioned it. Women and men, we suffer the same problems. We just go about it a little bit differently. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I think, go ahead.
I think, never mind. That's it depends on the person about that. Never
Well,
mind.
for example, girls have butts, guys have butts. But the way guys look at girls' butts isn't the same way girls look at guys' butts.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all, but we both have butts.
Ooh.
You see? So we both have the same issues. We just go about it way differently.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
And that kind of ties into my first point. When there are issues in the marriage, men are able to stick it out. When there are issues in the relationship, guys want to figure it out. We generally want to figure it out. A lot of women who say, no, guys just cheat. Well, maybe if there wasn't such a big statistic of like 60+% of men aren't sexually active out there, if that statistic didn't exist, then maybe I could take your opinion as fact. But when you say guys cheat and all of this, you're dealing with a particular set of guys that do that stuff, because good guys are also out here. We're good. We're those guys that you friend zoned and we've now ignored you. We're those good guys. So we're out there. But what I'm saying is, women have these set of problems and they complain about it. I also hear guys have a set of problems saying they complain about it. But the difference is, guys are trying to do something about it. Right? What are the ladies doing about it? I visited some channels on YouTube. I've been to the corners of YouTube of feminine women and the kind of stuff they talk about. I'm like, this is just weird. I don't like being there, because it's like, it's almost as though it's like they know they're just pouring their attraction into the camera. And it's like, oh, it's good. It's good that they do that. It's good for the men that they're with, but I don't like seeing it. It's weird. But anyway, what do you think about men and women having the same problems but going about it differently? Do you see any examples?
When it comes to that, man, how they handle certain relationships when they have problems with their friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, friend issues. If a duke have a problem with his duke, you know what I mean? He's not so quick to tell everybody. A lady has a problem with one of the girlfriends. Girl, you won't, you won't, you know what I mean? You won't believe what she did, or you won't believe what she said. You know?
Yeah.
Like they're telling the other girls immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. So
they
like
have to get validation for their perspective. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. They gotta know that they're in the right, man.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. So that's an example. We're not gonna handle it so quickly to talk about it with other dukes. and all that. We're
Yeah.
gonna try to figure out, okay, what happened, why that happened, how that happened, and can we fix it? If we can fix it, what is it gonna look like next time?
Mm-hmm.
Like short bullet points. We keep it short bullet points,
Right.
and it's like logic thinking. Like, okay, oh no, he did that. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if we can come back from that. I might gotta drop him now.
Yeah. You know?
So, yeah, that's one example of handling situations in friend relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you have like the types of attitude situations that you know, but that depends on on the person, I guess. But maybe
It does.
more generally, you see a lot of ladies explode more
Mm-hmm.
than you see the
Mm-hmm.
guys do. Because why?
Mm-hmm.
Because the guys, uh, our repercussions are more expedient than the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladies, it might, nobody's gonna tackle them immediately on the usual occasion. I mean that
Mm-hmm.
happens here and there, but generally speaking, uh, so people will pounce on a guy before they would pounce on a lady,
Yeah.
and they'll do it way
Oh yeah.
quicker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, so we would handle ourselves more conveniently to others if the situation arises where we could act out of hand. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, on the other hand, when they have opportunity to act out of hand, where it's kind of like rightfully so. Oh, excuse me for the noise. They over there cutting grass. Doggone it. But if they have an opportunity to, I guess, be in the right to get angry, they're gonna use it. They're gonna
Oh
use it,
yeah.
man.
And
And so
give you nasty attitude,
exactly,
for no reason.
and it's more socially acceptable. So definitely they'll handle the situation
Yeah.
differently from us. Yeah. But if a
It
guy
is
do
more
it, oh,
so.
he's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's
Controlling,
dangerous. Yeah, with all the negatives.
you know.
So, and that
Yeah, it's kind of.
sorry, hold up. That's another thing too. Like a lot of people ask me, oh, you're this, you're that. I'm like, bro, if I was that way, bro, like if I was more aggressive and more like hasty as I kind of want to be, a lot of people would think I'm nuts out here, bro.
Yeah, I
You
know.
just would.
Ladies
It,
wouldn't
you
even
it's no
look at
if nothing
you.
that I can do to make you say that I'm not. If I'm acting that way, you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm wild and I'm wild," but
Yeah.
you can't win. You you're doomed if you do, and you're doomed if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like either way, they're gonna say something about you. So it's no way you can win the thing. Like they're gonna say, "Oh, you're this way," or you're that way. You can't win any side, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Whenever, and I like when channels when girls talk about, oh, he did this and that's why we broke up and this and that. I like when channels are like, okay, what is something bad that you do, or what is something bad that you did? Because
Uh
people
huh.
don't just break up from being completely bad people. Everybody's got to do something. Um,
Uh huh.
so yeah, I think it would be good if we start to look at relationships from the both sides, because I know that guys have a lot of work to do out here. But there's a wave right now of us looking at women specifically, which I get. But then it's like, why are we looking at these? Why do these women need to change? When we get our standards right, we're going to pick different women. So why are we trying to change these women? Like, why do we need to? You get your mind right and you pick a different woman, because that different good woman, she's out there. So that's basically what I'm trying to get to, man. You got a question, right?
Yeah,
You
man.
got a question.
Um. So I mean, kind of going off to a different zone, guys. But anyway, um, so we all grow, we all see changes in ourselves, and I'm just thinking, like, how do you identify change behavior within yourself, right? And this could have been over a course of a year or whatever. or a couple years. This could be, repentance, maturity, etc. Right. So how do you identify change behavior within yourself from either something that needed to change sooner than later, or from something, of like a maturing season, like for instance, when you were a teenager or a preteen up to like your late teens, like how did you see change within yourself, or, you know, even more recently, like, you were one way of thinking, but now you're thinking of change. Like, so what are some things you could say about that? What do you think? How do you think you
Change has
change?
been change has been different for me from when I was like 10 to 15. I don't really believe in teenage. It's like I don't know what teenage means. It's a number, but as we know, people are on different spectrums throughout that whole age, and we can see girls looking younger but looking older even when they're teenagers.
Yeah,
So
for real, right?
it's like, what is
That's
a
sick.
teenager? Yeah, you know what I mean? So anyway, when I was like from 10 to 15, I remember my thought process was just a little bit differently. Things were just happening and I was just kind of observing. In high school, things were happening. I was learning, but I still wasn't picking up. Um, in college, I started to learn and understand.
College.
I started to learn and understand some things, but
Oh,
definitely
so
after
ICDC college. Sorry, I just had to say that.
yeah, man. After college, after you're in a good mature relationship that fosters you to actually um, exercise yourself in that way, like exercise yourself in who you are, um, it causes growth. So
Okay.
obviously I'm growing. I'm an individual, right? With or without the relationship, I'm an individual. So I'm growing. We have the growing patches. But what I'm starting to realize now is when like when I seem to understand something or when I'm beginning to understand something differently, I feed into it. I can see it happening. I can see that, okay, oh, okay, I didn't think of it this way. And then I look for more resources to feed me to help me understand what change is happening. So the changes that are happening in my life or the way that I think about things, I can consciously and actively see that um, when I'm being exposed to new content or something, when I'm interested in it, I feed myself with more resources. Back in the day, when I had the change in mind or change of ideas or something, I'd be like, oh, okay, I see. And then I'd leave it at that. I wouldn't explore further. But now that I'm getting older, I'm maturing, I'm diving into these things. When I think about them, I'm exploring, I'm seeing what there is about this topic. So, yeah, I help foster myself in that growth process now than back then. Back then is just, just kind of living. Did I answer the question? Did I hit it?
You answered it in a very different way that I was not expecting to head to, but yeah, you answered it, but just differently than where I was thinking of.
How are you
But
thinking about it?
so more like you know, dang man, I'm sorry guys. This tree cutter is. Do you hear that,
Oh, I hear it.
bro? This distracted me, man. Um,
They always got to do this thing at all times in the morning too. Some
right.
people do it at 8. Some people do it at 11. It's crazy,
So
man.
so so what's something that? Okay, I guess I hit it like this. What's something that um you you saw that you needed to change sooner than later,
Hmm.
and you
Change sooner
that
than
that
later.
you have yeah, that you identified.
My understanding about how money works. I know that the more I learn about money now, the better I'll be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you learn about it now, you know how to handle it to the future, and then you can teach that to your kids. So you have time to practice before your kids get to the point of where they need to understand money too. So financially understanding how finances work really is something I think that I need to know now for the future. For sure. For
Okay.
sure. Oh,
Okay.
there's so many things. There's so many things. That's a tricky question. You just want one?
You can get more. You can get more if you
I
want.
mean, understanding more about masculinity, uh, learning more and more about manhood, learning more and more about servant leadership and what it looks like in the marriage specifically. Because I know companies also kind of are propagating servant leadership amongst managers on how they handle their employees. So just specifically about in marriage. Man, there's so many things, bro. Something that I know I need to do now for the future: exercising, eating healthy.
Eat healthy. Eat healthy.
Yeah,
Out there, dog.
Changing my palate, changing the things that my mouth feels good when he eats. And that needs to change, right? Because when you get older, you don't get as much slack, you know. So those are some things.
Yeah,
man. What
man.
about you?
Nah, I mean, so some of the things you named already, but I mean, something that how I identify change is, I definitely see, like, for instance, when God is showing you something, a lot of times you don't see it in the moment because you're going through it. So you don't see what God is trying to do or see what the point is about why you're going through what you're going through. But then after it's done, you're like, oh, you know what? I got stronger in this area, and I probably wouldn't have got stronger in that particular area had I not gone through this, right? And so
Yeah.
I think I identified a lot of change within myself after I get out the trial or after I get out the situation that made me uncomfortable or that made me work a certain way. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? To help me see, oh, you know what? If that didn't happen, maybe I wouldn't have saw it like this, or maybe I would never gotten to this point, you know, be,
Yeah.
without the struggle or without the process of going through this or whatever it may be. So definitely, it takes, I identify it usually after the event is done. You know, whether it's going through some process or going through some kind of tribulation or trial or
Right.
just
Right.
something that you had to go through, and then when you come out on the other side, you're like, oh snap, I now know this about myself, or I now see this, or I now see this like that. So yeah, I say a majority happens like that. Now there's been some situations where I've been identifying, okay, right now in this process I'm noticing I'm becoming like this as this is happening,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say I identify a lot of change behavior after, and then sometimes during the
Yeah.
trial, but toward the end though, toward the ending.
Yeah, it's something. It's something. I think as we get older, we realize that we're going through change, but we resist it. Because they say the older you get, the more stuck in your ways you become, right? Because you've had enough time to think about it and ground yourself in your reasonings, whatever they may be. So I think you're able to identify change a lot faster when you're older. Okay, so
Yep.
that's your question, right? That's what you got.
Yep.
Hey.
And one more point. Something that I wanted to change, or something that needed to change sooner than later, I would probably say is self control. Like I wish I was had more self control
Yeah.
in certain areas sooner than later. You know,
Yeah.
of course we all have like areas that we're better in and areas that we're worse in. So the ones that I was worse in, I wish I was better in sooner than later. Yeah.
Do you think everything we just said concerning change applies to women also?
Yeah, when it comes to expectations, when it comes to growth, yeah, and development. Yeah. Because
Are you more
we do want them to be a certain way sooner than later. We do want them to learn sooner than later in a lot of situations. And yeah.
and are you okay being with a woman who may not have all of those things together?
Yes, as long as the person is open for growth and learning, I think it'll be okay. Because if you don't want to learn, like people that don't want to change anything, that are just closed off, you can't work with them. It's not
Yeah.
teachable. You're not working with. Like you can't do anything. But if you don't know it, knows things that I'm expecting, you can learn it. It's possible for you to grow and learn in those areas. So if my wife don't have everything that I'm looking for, you know, in what a wife is good at, I wouldn't be upset at her for not knowing everything, but I would hope she would want to learn and get better in those areas so that we can play our roles the way we need to play our roles.
What if she doesn't want to learn? And you know
What if she
this
doesn't
before
want to? I just
you know this
and I know this before. I
before
ooh that
marriage.
ooh before marriage. That's a tough one. Um, I would do everything I can for her to understand that it's necessary for her to develop, so that we can do what we need to do together, you know. And if she absolutely cannot do that, that's gonna be a tough one, man.
Yeah.
But
Does
but
she
but
need to
it's
does she need
possible.
to learn though? Like
Yeah, depending on what it is.
finances. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah. Because we're as a unit, we're stronger together, and
right.
we want to be strong individually. So then together
Mm-hmm.
we're stronger. So it's not good for one tower to be uh, properly built and stable, and the other tower to be a little, or the other pillar, I should say, to be a little cracked and maybe missing a couple of structural standings. Because then, what? Eventually, the one side is gonna make the whole thing fall. So if both sides aren't structurally sound and aren't both being developed, it's gonna deteriorate together, all together. So I hope that
And,
imagery made sense.
and I want to clarify, it may sound like we're talking about people being 50-50 and everything that, goes on in the household, but we're actually talking
Ooh.
about improvement and things that they want to improve in themselves for the future. So, when we talk about manhood, masculinity, they want to improve on their womanhood and their feminineness. That's a good thing. I mean, we're not saying the woman has to be like the man, but she does have to improve in the things that she does do concerning the relationship, whether it be monogamous relationship or marriage. The woman has to want to improve. I don't know why we would just want to be with a woman who just looks nice and she doesn't want to do anything else to better herself for specifically that relationship. That's called commitment. So that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about she also has to go out to work. She also has to go out and cut the grass. She also has to cut down the big tree. She also has to be the strict one when the kids are acting up. We're not saying all of that. We're just saying improvement in the things that a woman should be doing and improvement in the things that a
Yeah,
man should be doing. So that's all that
yeah.
is.
Growth on both sides, because
Yeah.
it could go on the men's side too. Maybe he's not the ideal protector, but he can learn how to be. You see what I'm saying? Everything
Yeah. If
can be
he's
can
yeah.
can can grow. He's gotta identify it and do it.
Yeah, if he wants to learn his masculinity, and you got to give him the space to practice and do it. You know what I mean? You can't be resistant to it when he starts to want to learn that stuff. Cool, man. Let's move on to our last segment. It's our interactive segment, and this one is a question. This is a good, thick, plump watermelon of a question. Listen, man. If you were guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would you
Oh,
ask?
I thought that was for 39.
I got it down for 38, man. Either way, man, what would you
Okay.
ask? What would you ask?
Dang, man, I wasn't prepared, man.
Oh, yeah? The good.
Okay, okay,
Me neither.
okay. Restate the question.
If you were guaranteed a correct answer to one question, what would you ask?
Hold on, man. These grass cutters are getting violent right now, bro. Like
I
they're
mean,
right up in my ear, bro.
oh, yeah, they're loud, man. They're loud. But
That's
we're
what I'm
almost
saying. It's
done,
gonna
man.
mess up my answer.
It is? You want me to go?
Yeah, you could go because
Okay.
you just mute me or something like one.
Okay. If I were guaranteed the correct answer to one question, what would I ask? I think I would ask, oh man, it's a tricky way I would have to ask it. I have to word it properly, right? But basically, what I'm trying to ask is, how can I, in my skill set, right, make money? The most money I can make. How can I do that in my skill set? And my reason for avoiding anything biblical, right, is if you're guaranteed the correct answer to one question, that means this person knows things beyond the natural sense, because you can't, right? Any question, I'm guaranteed the correct answer. This has to be something like out there like that. So I avoid anything biblical because we're not supposed to, as Christians, we're not supposed to have perspective into God's plans. We know his will for us. We know how he wants us to be. We know what he wants us to look at and what he wants us to understand. But one thing that he doesn't want us to know is how he is going to go about things. So if I go up to God and I'm like, oh, am I going to get in heaven? Bro, you're messing up the whole point of this whole thing. Don't make it anything biblical. Don't go in that spiritual stuff. Just avoid it. So I would want to figure out a good way, the best way to make money in my skill set, so that I can pass that on to my children so they have a way. So that monetary thing is taken care of in the family. That's why I would go at it at that, from that perspective. What about you, man?
I would have. Shoot, I would say the same thing, but since you hit that,
same thing, man.
yeah, because I would like in my area of, you know, expertise, I definitely would want to learn how to make the most bags out the Jags. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Who wouldn't want to?
Here's the catch. Let me add a little twist to it because this is a little too easy. If you learn how to make a lot of money, the chances of you picking a good woman goes down. If you ask, how can I pick the best women for me specifically? If you ask that means your chances of making money goes to 0%. So which one would you choose, the woman or the money? Because if you choose the money, you're going to deal with some bad ladies, but you're always going to have money.
And folks, like what we're referring to about the bad ladies we're not talking about the ladies are going to be ugly or whatever. They're going to be beautiful. They're going to be beautiful, this, that, and the third. But a lot of those type of ladies who are all about the looks and
attitude, drama.
They got a lot of attitude coming along with them. They got a lot of unrealistic expectations. They got a lot of, what are you going to give me? What can I get from you? How can you take care? You know what I mean? So everything is like they're the idol of our mind or whatever. So it's very a lot of them. I'm not saying everybody, of course, but generally speaking, we get a lot of bloodsuckers out there. Like they want to take from you and not give anything, and they think. And
it sounds like he's getting closer to you.
Bro, he's right up in my ear, man. Pause. The thing is, you gonna have some editing to do, man.
Yo, who is this guy?
He's listening to me talking and then do it when I'm talking. But the thing is, those ladies are gonna be more cause they gonna find where the bands are. They're gonna find a guy with the bands. They're gonna be around there. They hunt. Those type of ladies be hunting, bro. Those type of ladies be hunting, bro. So that's scary. I mean, we want to get to the money bag, but it's not impossible to find good women when you have money. They just can't know
No. I'm saying if you ask how you can make a lot of money, you will not find a good woman. I'm saying it's like a scale. It's a balance beam. It's up and down. You pick one, the other one goes down. You pick one, the other one goes down. So you got to make a choice, guy. You pick one. You see, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to shimmy your way.
So you're just making this. This is just a specific scenario, hypothetical.
Hey, don't be saying that just to try to make it sound softer. Plus, you could always you could always go for the medium income and get a decent woman. You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna get a good woman.
But what you're doing is you're making this up though.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Just want to make sure. Golly. Just want to make sure. Okay, listen. Hey. I'm going to the medium, dog. I'm going to the medium, dog.
Bro, but if you're always broke, you get the best woman.
No. I'm not gonna be always. What are you? Nah.
That's what I'm saying here. But she's always gonna be. She gonna be next. She gonna stick with you. That's what I'm saying. She's a good woman.
In this hypothetical, she's gonna stick with you in this hypothetical.
Yeah. But you're always gonna be broke, guy.
Nah. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be always broke. Who wants to be always broke? I don't want to be always broke, but have a good. Nah, I want to be able to do stuff for my lady, and I want to be able to do stuff with her, and help us live comfortably. I don't want to be always broke, but then have the best lady. I mean, that's cool, but it's gonna be lacking. No, I think the experience is not gonna be fulfilling as much. You know.
The experience.
So I would not choose that, bro. He trying to make me choose like the poor board, bro. Nah, he trying to set this whole thing up to make me choose it. You think he's slick? DP trying to set me up, man.
Idiot, man.
He be trying to say. He said you wouldn't choose the one where you're poor. No, I wouldn't choose that, bro. I'm be eating dirt cookies, man. That's crazy, dog.
Yeah,
which one would you choose?
Good, man.
Which one would you choose? With that. Nah, hey. Don't be taking breaks now, man. Don't be taking breaks now. You know what's going on.
Oh man.
Well,
I would go with being dirt rich and just not deal with women. Or do I have to deal with women?
Look at this. Look,
I didn't say
ladies,
that in there.
You don't care about y'all, bro.
Bro. If I know if I step out there, I'm gonna get a bad lady. Why would I step out there?
Yo, what you mean? Why?
What do you mean? No.
We're men, are we? We're men, are we? You know what I mean?
We are. Hey.
As a duke, man, the pocation is real. You gonna need some pocation action, man.
Bro, imagine the kind of ladies that would just be around me because I have that kind of money. You know what I mean?
That's why you can't let them know. You gotta be
real. Yeah.
You gotta be Mr. Bob from apartment 18, but you can't let them know.
Just chop it off
money.
Then. You gotta just chop it off. If you
no. We're not chopping no hot logs.
Right? Because hey, look, man.
We're not chopping no hot logs.
Nah. Because you're going to have to go out there and pokate. And that's sinful, man. That ain't right. You're going to have... Nah.
But I'm saying, why would... See, no. See, but you setting yourself up because you have options. But you say you don't want no options. So what you going to do about that? But the money
isn't for the options. All I said was you're just going to be wealthy. You're just going to be surrounded by a lot of ladies. That's all I said.
So automatically you're surrounded by the ladies. So that's what you're saying? That's how you build a business?
Yeah.
So this is a setup. So this is a setup in all corners.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Why you did that, bro?
That's as we men, ain't we? We gotta think through hard situations, man. We gotta think through hard situations. You know what I mean? So guys, the reason why we're fondling around like, if we're wealthy, we got to deal with bad. What we mean by bad women there is like women who will take advantage of your money, women who will blackmail you, women who will make you think that they want to marry you, but at the end of the day, they just want your money. They just want to divorce you, and you pay them half your money every month because they have your kid now. Like, just that's why it's so difficult to say that. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah,
man, I would just be rich and just not.
I think a real life example. Hold on, you have to finish something?
No, that's all. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Floyd Mayweather is probably in a similar situation as this hypothetical scenario.
Exactly.
Because you know a lot of ladies are coming to him, bro, and I know he be having them sign papers like they coming into a university, bro. For sure. He got to get them university to get the Floyd Mayweather to go to Floyd Mayweather University is a lot of paperwork. But to get inside the university, there's also a bag attached to it.
Yeah.
But they want to try to sue the school. They want to try to sue the university to get a bigger bag. But the papers prohibit them from doing that.
Covered.
So
do you think in that situation a prenup would be a good idea?
It's not even a prenup situation. I mean, well,
yeah, it is kind of.
It is.
Because of course,
because it's just like they're just having a fun time. So yeah, definitely let the papers be.
Wait, who's having a fun time?
Floyd.
No, I'm talking about the situation that I brought up. Sorry, I kind of switched subjects there.
Oh, you switched on me? Whoa.
Yeah. Real quick, if you're gonna be this wealthy dude, right? Are you gonna make these ladies sign prenups if you want to marry one of these apparent baddies?
I'm not. Yes, I'm. Oh yeah. If I get to the headspace, I wouldn't do it. But you putting me in a situation where you said I'm marrying him. So what do you want me to do?
You want to marry, right? You want to marry, right? You want to stick to one lady. But that's all you get exposed to because you're so rich, man.
We signed a prenup, dog. We signed a prenup. In this scenario. Look, he happy about this, bro. He's so happy. What are you doing, man? What are you doing in this situation?
I'm not dealing with no lady. What the heck?
No, but you want to marry one though. You want to marry one, just like you said me.
I want to marry one.
Yeah.
I would establish LLC accounts offshore to store my money so she won't be able to get to it if she wants to divorce me. I'm not making her sign a prayer. As a Christian, that's messed up, right?
Yo, you're lying.
Up, man. That's messed up. I'm storing my money in offshore accounts. Nah.
Y'all see what he's trying to do, bro? He's trying to make me look like a villain, dog.
That's what you said, though.
No, but that's messed up because, look, you hiding money. So there's secrets in your marriage. Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm protecting her from overreact. Like, cause bro, look, money makes people do things. If you don't know that all this money is sitting there, you're gonna be like, you know what? There's no need for me to leave this guy and go find another man for more money or take half his money.
Bro.
I'm just gonna keep it there. And guess what? When we're old and wrinkly, I'm gonna bring out that money for us to enjoy. Cause now, what you gonna do? You gonna get with Trayvon, who's 25? Nah, Trayvon don't want you wrinkly behind. You're 70 years old. Let's go on vacation, Aruba. Let's go.
Nah,
to the
but look,
Keys.
that means there's secrecy in marriage, and you keeping secrets, and you. Yeah,
I'm good with keeping that. I'm good with keeping that secret. That's a
y'all
good
CD
secret.
Ladies.
If I am a filthy rich guy, bro. What do you mean a prenup? That means I don't trust her. If I put the money away, that means we're going to use it later. No, we're going to use it later. We got
him. Now we got him for one.
We're going to use it later.
We got him, yo. We got him.
Bro, look, think about it, man. If you're filthy rich and you make your wife sign a prenup, man, that's making her feel like she's kind of trapped, right? How about I put this money on the side, right? And I don't tell you about it. In the future, when I know everything's
saying the same thing.
We wrinkly. What do you mean?
You should have the we wrinkly in there.
Oh, you have to.
Because basically you're still trying to save the money. You see what I'm saying? The money.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's not about the money. I don't have a contract because of the money. Remember, this is a marriage, right? So if this state isn't supposed to have their hand in marriage, that's how I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna go about it the natural way, ballin'. You say, nah, hey, boy.
Oh shoot!
Is this funny to you? Bro. This is real life, man.
Because he said it's not about the money, but he hiding the money. Yo, that's funny, bro.
It's not about the money, man. Anyway, but yeah, at the end of the day, I am hiding the money. You have a
plan, bro.
Hiding it. You know what I mean?
You're not hiding nails or guns.
Bro, but you know that ladies who have ladies who sign prenups can still take chunks of your money and store it somewhere else. You know that, right?
Oh, really? What?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they can have their own offshore personal LLC accounts that you don't know about. So, hey, honey, here's $5,000. Go enjoy the weekend. She's gonna store the money. She's gonna just store it up. And then in the future, when she's ready to divorce you, she's set. She has a couple million waiting. So
that's wild.
That's why prenup doesn't 100% work. But yeah, anyway, that's what we do, man. Thank you guys for joining us. That was our last segment. Thank you for joining us on podcast number 38. It was fun talking about these topics. I think we went a little bit over time, but anyway, make sure to look at the bottom right of the video, hit that subscribe button, come join us. Let's have some fun. Start sending us some emails about the things, or drop a comment below. Comment on whatever we said. If anything we said was sus or something, he probably said something sus. This dude, he's always answering questions in the worst way possible because we set him up that way. Hey, thank you guys for joining us on podcast number 38. Find us on Google audio exclusive platforms. Don't forget about those when you're driving. We can be right there with you.
Rate us, drop some, share it, rate us, all that good stuff. Get us out there.
Hey, with that being said, man, it's dialogue.
It's EddyEd, and we're only holy
because he is, folks. And remember, faith don't come expensive.
It's free, baby.
Peace.
Yep.